Yo, what's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and I've explained this before, but sportsbooks, so we're looking at FanDuel, but DraftKings, all these sportsbooks, they're in ruthless competition with one another, so they offer a bunch of promos, right? All of these sportsbooks, especially the biggest ones like FanDuel and DraftKings, you'll notice almost every day they have odds boosts, right? So an odds boost just means they're increasing the odds on a wager. So you can see for Jokic to score 20 plus points and the Nuggets to win, FanDuel is boosting that from plus 100 to plus 150. DraftKings has a bunch of promos, and these promos are a really easy way to grow your bankroll because a lot of them are really profitable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down a few of these FanDuel promos and just show you what I ended up betting. So the first one is they have a no sweat same game parlay, right? So basically what this means is you can pull it up on FanDuel, but if you place a $5 same game parlay and you lose, they give you your money back in bonus funds, right? They literally just give you your money back if you lose. So this is a really profitable promo. It should be clear. If you lose, you get your money back in bonus funds. This is a no-brainer, and a lot of people will be like, oh, if it's profitable, why is FanDuel offering it? You know, it's kind of like a loss leader for them. This is marketing for them. They give out profitable promos. It keeps people coming back to their platform, and then they hope the degenerates don't only take the promos, but also bet on other random things and lose money, right? FanDuel's trying to get you hooked. All these sportsbooks are trying to get you hooked on their platform, so they offer these promos. So long story short, you just read the terms. It says it has to be a 3+ leg same game parlay. So what I ended up going with is this: Barnes over 14.5, under 237.5, and Kings plus 7.5. So 3 legs same game parlay qualifies for the promo. If I lose, I get my money back. And I say this in other videos too, but of course you still want to maximize the profit margin of your promo. You don't just want to bet on random things. So this play on Barnes, you can see it's from the OddsJam Positive EV Tool. So this tool just shows you profitable bets in the market. So if you scroll down, I mean, barely any profit margin, but this promo's profitable regardless, is Barnes over 14.5 points. We're getting this at minus 108 on FanDuel. Most other sportsbooks have this around, minus 130-ish. So pretty good value on FanDuel. So that's a great play to include in your same game parlay for today. So I always try to maximize the profit margin of my promo, right? Like, this is a very profitable promo. Literally, if we lose, we get our money back. So we definitely want to take advantage of it. But I also want to maximize the profit margin. So this is the first play I went with. Then let's flip over to the odds boost. So you don't want to bet, kind of blindly. You don't want to take every odds boost because not all of them are profitable, right? So Jokic to score 20 points and Nuggets to win, we can still back out, figure out if this promo is profitable or not. And the way we can do that is by looking at sportsbook odds, right? So what I mean by that is the Nuggets are favored to win this game, right? They are minus 171 odds on Pinnacle, so they're pretty big favorites. Pinnacle, is known to be the sharpest bookmaker, so the Nuggets are pretty big favorites, kind of around minus 170, minus 180 on most sportsbooks. So what we can do is we can figure out the win probability using a no-vig calculator, right? So long story short, what this calculator does is it takes a sportsbook's market and then backs out the win probability. So essentially, according to Pinnacle, right, this is the sharpest bookmaker. They have the Nuggets as the favored team, minus 171. The Nuggets are 61.49% to win this game. So this is also called a fair win probability calculator, a fair odds calculator. But all it does is it takes the sportsbook's odds, strips out the juice, and tells you the win probability, right? So the Nuggets are 61.49% to win this game, according to Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there. Now, if you look at, let's say Circa, so Circa has the Nuggets a bit more favored. So Circa's another sharp sportsbook. You're going to see they have the Nuggets at minus 185. So they have the Nuggets at bigger favorites than Pinnacle does. So if you put in Circa's line, so Pinnacle was saying, the Nuggets are 61.49% to win. If you put in Circa's line, minus 185, plus 163, they're saying the Nuggets are a slightly higher win probability, 63.06%. So Pinnacle was 61.49%. Circa, right, they have more juice. They have the Nuggets more favored. They have the Nuggets at minus 185, so a bigger favorite than Pinnacle, who only has it at minus 171. So you're never going to get a perfect answer as to, what is the exact win probability for the Nuggets. All these sportsbooks set lines independently. But I mean, you can kind of, take a look And roughly the Nuggets are 60, 61, 62, 63, whatever percent to win this game. Some of the sharper sports books like Circa, they have the Nuggets as a bit bigger favorites, but honestly it doesn't really matter, right? It should be clear if this promo is profitable or not. So then what we can do, and again, line shopping is free on OddsJam, so anybody can do this. I mean, you literally can browse odds for free. OddsJam has millions of odds updating in real time. So if we want to go to Jokic, right, so we can scroll down to Jokic, is you're going to see, hey, you know, we're trying to figure out what's the probability Jokic scores 20 plus points, but hey, most of these sports books have Jokic's line at 23.5 or 22.5, right? So they have his line higher. So how are we going to get an exact answer as to whether Jokic scores 20 plus points? What's the probability of that? Well, what you can do is you can look at FanDuel and you can actually open up the show alternate lines. And what you're going to see is there's a few sports books, including BetRivers, right? Are there any others? Not a ton of others that offer lines on Jokic's, you know, over 18.5, over 19.5, over 20.5. So obviously the odds on over 19.5 are better. You're getting a more favorable price than over 18.5, right? So you can see, you know, as you go to Jokic over 23.5, FanDuel's offering plus 100, but this should make sense, you know, for over 19.5, they have this at minus 260. So FanDuel's a pretty great sports book, really interesting because they offer lines, right, on Jokic over 19.5, over 20.5, over 21.5. So this is called alternate player prop markets, right? Most sports books, so you're going to see like Caesars, they only offer Jokic over under 22.5. Whereas FanDuel, they offer everything basically. So that's a pretty cool thing about FanDuel. And what you're going to notice is if you take a look at FanDuel, so let's go back here, is they have the over at minus 260, right? And they have the under at plus 200. So Jokic is a pretty big favorite to score over 19.5 points. And over 19.5 points is the same as 20 plus points. If Jokic has 20 or more points, 20 plus points cashes, as well as over 19.5, right? 20 plus is the same as over 19.5. So if we put in their market, minus 260 plus 200, what you're going to see is, hey, you know, according to FanDuel, according to their alternate markets, right here, minus 260 plus 200, Jokic is 68.42% to go over. So we just go here and we put this in. So 0.6842. Cool. So what this means is we now have, you know, both win probabilities. We have the win probability for Jokic 20 plus, as well as the Nuggets to win. So then you can just multiply these numbers together, right? So that's all this is doing. I'm multiplying. You know, I know the win probability for Jokic 20 plus points. I know the win probability, according to Pinnacle, for the Nuggets to win. So I multiply those numbers together, and we can see, hey, this play is 42.1% to win. This parlay is 42.1% to win. So this is an odds boost at plus 150 odds. So odds boost, they have a max wager. All the boosts on FanDuel, some sportsbooks are different. They have a max wager of $50. So I'm betting $50 at plus 150 odds. So I'm betting 50 to win 75 in profit. So let me switch this to accounting. So I'm betting 50, right, to win 75 in profit, and my play's winning 42% of the time. So then you can just back out your profit margin or your EV, right? So what that means is you can essentially just figure out, you know, based on the fact that I'm winning. So long story short, 42.1% of the time, I'm going to be winning $75. The other 58-ish% of the time, I'm going to be losing $50. So you can see the profit margin is positive. So I'll include the spreadsheet in the description. I mean, I know the math can be a little confusing, and maybe you want to go through it on your own, but 42.1% of the time, according to the betting markets, this parlay is going to win, and I'm going to go up $75. The other 58% of the time, I'm going to lose, and I'm going to lose my stake of $50. So this is still a profitable promo, 5% profit margin, and an added benefit is if Jokic scores a lot of points, the Nuggets are more likely to win this game. So that's called correlation. So there's actually some positive correlation between Jokic going over and the Nuggets winning this game. So long story short, a lot of words, but I did bet both of these odds boosts. I could go through the math on the Curry one right now, but hopefully you take my word for it. This one was also profitable, as well as this play on the Jokic one. And I'll include this spreadsheet again in the description. I bet them both. I say this in every video, but all I'm showing you guys in these videos is what I'm putting my own money on. I put my money on these. Let's make money.